Hi everyone and welcome. I am Delia Vulpe from thereputationid.com and today we're going to talk about personal branding. So, what is a personal brand? If we were to look at what we can see around us to understand what it is, we firstly can see companies such as Coca-Cola or maybe Apple. But what about people? So, if we were to look at companies, we see companies such as Coca-Cola or Apple, Nike, and so on. Whereas if we look at people, we see celebrities such as Kim Kardashian or Oprah, and the list continues. Now, if you were just a normal person going to work, not being a celebrity, but you want to do something about understanding what a personal brand is. Personal brand is your strategy that you implement in order to build a reputation, to build a name for yourself at work, to be known for your contribution, and to make your work known in the industry that you work in. Now, I'm going to read what personal branding is from the Wikipedia's page. So it says that personal branding is the conscious and intentional effort to create and influence public perception of an individual by positioning them as an authority in their industry, elevating their credibility, and differentiating themselves from the competition to ultimately advance their career, widen their circle of influence, and have a larger impact. So, what it means, a personal brand, is that you take action and do something to make people see you in a specific angle. So you're building an image story, if you want, around you as an individual. And the idea of you doing this is to be seen as an authority in your industry, elevating credibility so they don't question your work, and differentiating yourself from the competition. It's that competitive advantage, you know exactly what you're in for to ultimately advance your career. So one of the reasons why you're building your personal brand is because maybe you want a promotion, a salary increase, or maybe a bonus, and then widen the circle of influence or have a larger impact so that when you speak, people actually listen. So that's what a personal brand is. Now, if I were to look at my experience and why am I here to talk about personal brand, is because I actually needed it a few years back. I was a very ambitious professional. I had a great career trajectory and I wanted to improve all the time. But one day I had a performance review meeting with my manager where we were looking at my results. And even though the results were on track and they were fine, I realized that my manager doesn't know me, doesn't see me as the person that I would want him to see. Because if I was to look at me, I have all my winnings since I was born to this point where I know myself from a professional point of view, whereas my manager sees just a little bit of that. And sometimes the manager is so busy with other things that doesn't have time to actually look at you, understand your work, and to appreciate your value that you put there. And I realized that my manager has a different opinion of me as a professional than I had for myself. And it actually pissed me off. So I decided that I want to show him that he's wrong and that I am more than what he sees or what he perceives of me. So in order to do that, I wanted to have a strategy. I was just going to do it with some help. And that's how I bought my first book on personal branding. And I took it and read every single word. I was so into showing my manager that he's wrong about me, but at the same time, doing those exercises from the personal branding book, I realized how important it is to take action and do it yourself. It's that effort that is intentional, exactly as the definition says, in order for you to achieve what you want. Now, not all those exercises from the book worked, but there were some exercises that worked so well that a month later, after my performance review meeting that I had with my manager, he came to me and he apologized. He said that the revision was rushed and it doesn't reflect the value that I bring to the table. So what that means is that through my exercises and actions, I managed to get my manager to come back to me and actually apologize, for him to recognize it, to see it, and to come to me and say, listen, I think we need to reconsider that. And it was a great win for me, because I realized that it's actually easy to influence how people see you, and there are some do-it-yourself exercises that will help you in your career. So as I said, not all the exercises from that book worked, but some of them did work, and those exercises are put in a online course that can help you as well to achieve that. It's exactly what the definition of a personal brand says. So that's what we're going to discuss today: personal branding and how you can achieve those things through the course that I created, because I needed it. I took those exercises and I got the results that I wanted. So that will mean that you can take the exercises as well, and you can do the same thing for yourself.